Welcome to another Angler News KZN fishing report. Now, once again, I do not have Ray with me. It's just been such a busy week at the Kingfisher, so we could hardly get together. It's been the birthday sale. Hopefully you caught up on some of those deals. Alright, so with the KZN fishing report this week, guys, couple mishaps. Forgot the microphone on the beach. Tripod broke on the way down to the beach, so I'm doing a walk. Now I am walking along Laguna Beach, walking towards Blue Lagoon. Good couple anglers out here, right? Now before I get into the KZN fishing report, just a huge shout out to our sponsors, the Kingfisher. Once again, happy birthday to them. There's GPS Plastics, alright? So my man Kevin, who's been having an absolute cracker of a week, he smashed the grunter in the harbor this week, and he went out offshore and got some fish. Now I'm just gonna flip this over. Season's gone offshore. Look at the amount of boats out there. Got a good couple of boats, and obviously they are getting that Snoek and Garrick. Alright, and then of course we've got Vino. Vino is Desmond. Alright, you need your car down with anything, Vino's the guy. I'm at Blue Lagoon. I got my buddies fishing in the back, my brother and my friends. So we've been trying out for some live bait to put out for the Garrick, because well, there's been a couple Garrick coming up. But let's start off with the report down the south coast this week. Now down the south coast in KZN, it's been another absolute cracker of a week. Total fire out there. Guys, there's been shad. Now it wasn't as wild as it was last week, but there has been some fish. Alright, so there's been obviously a lot of shad. There's been Bronze Bream. Alright, so that's good to see. You know you're in winter when the Bronze Bream are around. Right, so the guys got a couple sharks. So it wasn't as crazy as last week, but there has been a lot of action. Now I'm going to do this report quite concise this week, because it's still all about the sardines. This week there's been a lot of sardines, and if you are fishing along that Scottbutter, Amanzantoti, Pennington, Ilovo, Hebridean area, you know the Snoek was absolutely wild. You know the Garrick was wild. It was going absolutely crazy. Well, couple anglers out here. Morning, boys. Say hello. That's the beauty of it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, the beach is alive. It's going absolutely crazy. Good morning, guys. So lots of anglers are out here, and they're trying. I was at that Amanzantoti, Pennington, Scottbutter area. So there were a lot of Garrick. I mean, one morning I heard there were about 30 Garrick that came out, which was amazing to see. Right, so there was a lot of Garrick that came out this week. A lot of Snoek amongst those sardines. So the sardines were obviously out in abundance this week. Now over this weekend, not too many sardines. However, the way the water conditions are looking today, today being Sunday the 29th, I have no doubt the guys are going to get sardines out there. And amongst the sardines, there will probably be those Garrick and Snoek the way it was last week. So that is the south coast. Moving on to Durban, there has been some action. We are Blue Lagoon because, well, we just had a quick morning to fish. However, there has been Garrick out here. There has been Stumpies. There's been Grunter. The harbor, like I said, Kevin was out there. He's been absolutely cracking it with the Grunter. The skiboard side. Now, that's where the highlight is. Guys, whether you're looking for keelback, whether you're looking for half carp, whether you're looking for Snoek or Garrick, Durban has it. It's been absolutely going on wild with that offshore action. And not just there, moving on to the north coast. The highlight of the north coast has been the Snoek. And you know what's the most amazing thing to see? On the north coast, there's been a fair amount of Dorado. Who would have thought we're in the middle of June and we are getting Dorado out on the north coast? That is absolutely crazy right now. I mean, that's a summer fish and we are getting it out there. So, you know what? The fishing is alive in KZN, well, alive on the coastal side. On the Midland side, not too much of action. Guys, it's been quiet. It's been very quiet. Yo, the beach is alive. Look how many anglers are out there. So while I was out there fishing this morning, beautiful 2-kilo shad. There's been a couple other shad that's been coming out. Well, when I say a couple, just ones and twos. We know last week at Amanzantoti there was a lot of shad. So guys, that's our KZN report. Nice, quick, concise. I'm gonna round it off. I'm gonna get back to my fishing, but that's your KZN report for this week. Alright, so once again, the responsible for this, for bringing us the reports, are the Kingfisher, GPS Plastics, and Vino.